everyone, welcome to a new video. If you're new here, I'm Kelsey, my Yorkie Céline. We like fashion and we love handbags. If you do too, definitely hit subscribe and let's jump into this video. So as the title suggests, today's video is going to be a review of the Louis Vuitton Neverfull handbag. I have 4 here, but they're all in the size, and so I'm going to do a all-encompassing Neverfull review. So full disclaimer before we get started, this review is going to be broken down into 2 parts, 2 videos. This is going to be the first one. It's going to be my honest review, the pros and cons, and then part 2 is going to be what fits in the bag. This is so that this video is not insanely long. Also, some people enjoy watching the reviews, and then some people really just enjoy seeing what fits in the bag. So this way, if they're in 2 separate videos, you can watch one or the other, or both, one after the other. So I plan to post part 2 a few hours after I post this one. So if you're watching this one, maybe like a couple minutes after I post this, just know part 2 is coming in a few hours. If you're watching this Sunday evening or any day after that, go ahead over and check out part 2 if you want to see what fits in this bag. And if you want to see a Céline appearance, she will be in that video. So without further ado, let's jump into the review of this Neverfull. So as I mentioned before, I have 4 of these. Clearly, I enjoy having and wearing and owning this bag because I seem to have purchased it again and again and again. So really quickly, I'm going to give you a rundown of all 4 of them. So this first one is the oldest one, and then this last one here is the newest one. So this is the classic Louis Vuitton Neverfull in the monogram canvas. This is the Neverfull in the Damier Azur. This is the Neverfull in the Damier Ebene, and then this is the Neverfull in the Black Empreinte. So again, they're all in the size, just in different color and material variations. So as much as I do love this bag, I am giving this bag an overall rating of an 8 out of 10. And we're going to jump into why right now. So I give this bag an 8 out of 10. Again, I bought 4 of them, so clearly I love them, but there's been some changes over the years, not specifically entirely just with this bag, but the brand itself and the manufacturing that would put me off from purchasing another one after this last one. So we're going to start with the pros here. So the biggest pro is the versatility and functionality of this bag. So if you haven't watched my Longchamp Le Pliage review, check it out if you want to, but it's one and the same with that bag as it is with the Neverfull, where you can use this bag for school, for work, if you're a mom, if you're a dog mom, if you're somebody who just likes to carry a lot of stuff. This bag is great for that. So I used this bag all through college, and I also used this bag pretty much every single day when I got my first job out of college. And I still use this for work sometimes. I don't wear it every single day. I don't wear it every single week. I do like to wear it. And then this one I'll wear in the late spring and all of summer. This is pretty much a white bag to me, so I don't like to wear it outside of the seasons for white bags. But even though I wear them to work sometimes, I pretty much reserve these bags, especially this one, for Céline. I was planning on getting her initials on it at some point just because I use it for her so much. So if you are a dog mom that has a lot of things for your dog, this bag is perfect for it, especially when you're traveling. But like I said, I use it every single day for college, and I have my laptop, notebooks, and everything. I used it every day for work laptop, work notebooks, all of your everyday essentials. I see plenty of new moms and moms in general wearing this bag, especially with all the organizers. So it's very functional and it's very versatile. I'm sorry that the presentation is not amazing. I just want to get everything in view for you all. The next pro of this bag is that it is classic and forever popular. It will always be in style in some way, shape, or form. Now, I get it. It's almost too popular. Well, in my opinion, it is a little too popular. But yes, I get it. There are plenty of times where I see this bag out and I see it so much that I just roll my eyes every time I see it because it's everywhere. It is so popular, but it really is a classic bag, especially if you're going for the classic monogram here. And it is a bag you can buy once, have for years. You can wear it with so many different outfits, so many different wardrobe styles. This bag comes in a number of colors and material versatilities. I just kind of listed off the 4 that you see here in the video. Even with like the different collections, they always come out with a new season and year specific color. So I know it was maybe 2 summers ago they had the ombre, so you could get the classic monogram with like pink to yellow ombre or green to blue ombre, and I personally wasn't going to pick it up, but I think it's really cool that you can get this bag in so many different colors. If that's your style, then you can get that and then have it for life. I remember back in the day they had the cherry collection where they had this regular monogram and then they had the cherries on top. Super cute. It's, again, because it's so popular, Louis Vuitton likes to have fun with all of the color variations that you can get in this bag. And then of course, all of these are classic colors, so you could get these virtually in any season. The next part about this bag is that you can wear this with a casual outfit or formal. This is especially true if you're ever in a situation where you are going from the office to a restaurant out for like a date or something, but you didn't bring another bag. You can totally wear this bag and it still would look nice dressed up. I personally wear this bag dressed down, and again, I wear it to work, and I dress a lot of the times business casual, so it's not super dressy and the bag works well. I believe the Empreinte bags are more well suited for formal wear, like more dressy outfits, but that doesn't mean that you can't wear any of these other color combinations and dress them up. The size versatility is another pro. All of these, like I mentioned before, are in the MM size, but this bag does come in a PM, MM, and GM size. The PM is a little bit smaller. You may not be able to fit as much into it. The GM is a little bit larger, whereas though you probably would typically travel with that size. And the last pro I want to talk about today is, again, the popularity. Because it's so popular, like I said, each season they come out with really unique colors. You can get these bags engraved or monogrammed / personalized if you go to the flagship store in Paris. So I think it's really cool how you can make it your own. So as much as I do love all of these bags and the Neverfull in general, there are some cons I want to bring up, especially if you are new to the brand or you are just thinking about this, you're on the fence. My first and largest con about this bag is the quality control issues, the wear and tear, the defects. So I personally feel like this is an overall Louis Vuitton issue versus just this bag, but having this bag from so many different years / generations, I can absolutely say the quality in these bags between the oldest and the newest is very, very different. Now, again, this one's older, so this was actually my mom's originally, and if this bag is not as old as me, it is definitely older than me. And considering how old it is, it looks really good. I know that this bag was definitely used every day for plenty of occasions. It was used on vacation, and again, it looks really good. Compared to this bag, which does look good, you can absolutely tell this bag is newer than this one, but this bag is a lot newer. There's no way it should be wearing this way. I don't baby my bags, but I don't run them over. There's just no reason it should be wearing as much as it is. I still love it. You can even see the wear right here on it. It's a bag that I love and I'll have forever. But I can definitely tell the difference in quality between these two. Because the Empreinte bags are made with a bit of a higher quality material, they do wear a bit better than the classic canvas bags, which is also why they're a little bit pricier. But again, there's definitely a big difference between the quality of the more vintage bags and the newer ones. The next con I want to bring up is the price. So again, the Empreinte bags are going to be a bit more expensive. I understand that. However, this classic Neverfull in classic monogram currently retails on Louis Vuitton's website for $2,030 US. I know when this bag was originally purchased, it was nowhere near that much money. These two were not this much money. Again, this one was more than that, but it's a different material. It's a higher quality material and it's gonna last a bit longer. I'm gonna be honest, if I had to buy a tote bag in the $2,000 range, this would not be my first choice. This kind of goes hand in hand with the quality control issues that I mentioned a minute ago, but I would be very hard pressed to pay $2,000 for this bag knowing that it's not going to hold up the way it did when it wasn't anywhere near $2,000. So I personally look at that as a con. Again, I'm not going to call it affordable or expensive because everybody's situation is different. Everybody looks at that differently. However, I think it's a bit of a con with the quality issues that these bags currently have. Like, just say this one. If I wanted to go out and replace this bag right now, I would not go into the Louis Vuitton store and get a brand new Neverfull in monogram. Mainly because I don't like fresh vachetta. Personally, I'm sorry if you like it, but in my opinion, it feels fake, it feels tacky, I don't like it. I love the worn in dark buttery vachetta that has fully patinaed here, and I love this one as well. I would much rather go on the pre-loved market and get one that has already at least started to patina. Personal opinion issue, I get that. So another con that is pretty unfortunate about this bag is that it's not very comfortable for longer wear. So it's fine if you're like running the class really quickly, or if, say, it's like your diaper bag, you take it with you to get in the store or whatever, and then you throw it under the stroller. But like if you're wearing it all day long, these straps, as beautiful as they are and as nicely as they do go with the rest of this bag structure, they are not comfortable. And it's unfortunate because it's a bag, right? So you want to use it to its full potential, but if you do start to really fill this bag, it's going to hurt your arm after a little bit of time. It's just that the straps are so thin, and I don't know that it's necessarily made to be stuffed to the brim, but it is an everyday everything kind of bag. So you should be able to put your everyday items in here without your shoulder being in a ton of pain because the straps are not bearing a lot of the weight. So that is unfortunately a con of mine. I can honestly say my Longchamp Le Pliage is way more comfortable on the shoulder than any of these bags. So overall, would I recommend this bag? Yes, if you really want it. So again, I know I'm gonna say this a million times over. I have 4 of these bags, so I love them. I am a tried and true user of Neverfull bags and supporter of Neverfull handbags from Louis Vuitton. But like I just said, I don't think I will purchase another new one. I don't think I will purchase another one anytime soon anyways, because I'm pretty satisfied here, but I definitely would not purchase a brand new one unless it was in the Empreinte. I personally feel like if you're just looking for a really high quality tote bag that's pretty classic, you could certainly find an alternative in plenty of other designers, plenty of other materials and colors and pricing variations. But if you are like, look, this is my dream bag. I have wanted this bag forever. I've been saving up all my life for a classic monogram Louis Vuitton or a damier Louis Vuitton, just a classic Neverfull bag. I would say go for it. I would definitely keep in mind the quality control issue factor and the price factor. But if this is your bag, like this is it for you, this is the one bag you want over any other bag, you go out and get that bag. Don't let me or anybody else's opinions stop you from getting the bag of your dreams. I love handbags, so I can always justify the price of a bag. No matter how affordable or expensive, I will justify the price of a bag if I really want it. So I'm not saying that if you really want this bag, you shouldn't pay $2,000 for it. I'm just saying I wouldn't go out of my way to pay $2,000 for another one. If you really, really want this bag, you know that this is going to be your bag for life, go out and definitely get it. There are plenty of pros to it. And again, this bag is never going to go out of style no matter how much we can't stand seeing it everywhere. This bag will continue to be everywhere because it is such a classic. And now, I've mentioned this in maybe a few other videos, definitely in my Hermes Orange review video. If you want this bag, but you don't want to pay the boutique price of $2,000, definitely look on the pre-loved market. I highly recommend it. If you are somebody who loves this bag, but you don't want the cheap, tacky, fresh vachetta look, the pre-loved market has plenty of bags that are gently used, but the vachetta has started to patina, and so it is worn in a little bit, so then it just looks really nice. Most of the Neverfulls on the pre-loved market, especially the vintage ones, are absolutely cheaper than the in boutique price currently. So if pricing is an issue for you, but you still want the classic authentic bag, definitely look on the pre-loved market. There are plenty out there, whether you want the classic monogram or the damiers. And so I would highly recommend that, even if you don't mind paying the price, but maybe you want to save a little bit, or you rather use some of that money for the bag and then maybe go and get like a wallet or another SLG or a keychain or a twilly or something with the additional money that you would have spent on just this bag. Definitely look on the pre-loved market. The only thing I'll say about purchasing a more vintage one is that unlike the newer bags, the vintage ones actually have the pocket like sewn in versus it being like an extra pouch, like a wristlet pouch. So this one, like I said, is newer. So it has the detachable wristlet pouch with it. As you can see here, let me move this out of the way. So this has the detachable pouch, whereas the older ones actually just have the pocket inside that's sewn in right up here. So that's something to keep in mind. I know that the price increase does kind of encompass the fact that you get a bag and an accessory, but if you are somebody who really wants the bag and the detachable wristlet, just make sure you look at all of the pictures when you're going on the pre-loved market to make sure that it's one of the newer additions. It may cost a little bit more, but that's typically going to be why. I just thought I would point that out because I know like these with the pockets in them have been virtually non-existent for a long time now. So I don't want you to get one that's maybe as old as this and then be surprised that there's no wristlet, it's just a pocket. It's because that's how they were made originally. So that is it for part 1 of my Louis Vuitton Neverfull review. If you are interested in seeing what fits into it, definitely head on over to part 2. I'm going to be filming that right after this one, so if I have the same outfit on, that's why. But if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a like. If you want to see more content like this, certainly hit subscribe, and I will see you all either in part 2 or in another video. Thanks for watching.